Okay, guys, hello everyone. Okay, we've got 9 people here. Let's wait a few more minutes and we'll get started in 3 minutes, okay? By the way, guys, if you have any questions from the home assignment, you're welcome to send them to the group chat and we'll go over these questions right now. Okay, please turn your all cameras on, guys, because we've got only a few of the students, so it will be good if you can turn your cameras on. Everyone, please. Abdul Wahid, Irhan, Usan Boy, Jahongir. Okay, great. Let me share my screen now. This one. Oh, let's go here. Okay, we've got a new topic today, which is one of the first topics in the reading section, actually. So now, guys, it's no longer grammar because we've covered all the grammar questions. These are boundaries and form and structure. So we've covered how to use all the punctuations, and we've got an idea of how to use the right tense, right? So there are boundaries question and there are form and structure questions. So let me go over a new topic. Today's topic called words in context question or vocabulary questions, right? So as the name of the question type says, that's words in a context, and the context is very important. What is context, first of all? Context is the passage itself. So some students say like, whoa, we've got a gap in this sentence. I just got to read this sentence and I got to put the right answer in. No, this is not how it works. The context is very important because looking based on the context, you are putting the right word in a gap. There are two types of these questions. The first one is a gap filling. The second one is most nearly means. What is gap filling? Gap filling is basically you have a gap, you have a space for the word, and the question is asking you which choice best fills the gap in a passage. What is most nearly means? Most nearly means is a very easy type of this question because it's simply asking you, uh, let's say, what does the word considering, what does the word or like any other word means in this context? So you simply have to find the synonym of it. But again, like all the words, they have very different meanings, and sometimes they can have several meanings. So it's very important you are looking at a context again. In this question type, a student must plug in an appropriate word that makes a sense in the overall context of the passage. There is a structured way of approaching this question type. So let's first of all look at a gap filling. So in a gap filling, you all like these are all tested skills. This is vocabulary, comprehension, and logic. So you have to comprehend or like interpret the passage itself like in your mind. You can also like you also have to know the vocabulary, of course, and again logic. Several facts about gap filling things. The passage has two parts, statement and restatement. Now, what is statement and what is restatement? The statement is it simply states something new, right? Let's say it's either fact or something. The restatement is something that's getting restated, right? So you're probably repeating yourself or rephrasing the same version of the previous sentence, and you're restating the same thing. Like again, like If you came across like all the passages, like even in IELTS preparation, sometimes you have to paraphrase the previous sentence. You either have to give an example to it, you basically have to say it in other words, and this is when transitions play a very important role. So if you see transition like in other words, Zeta-4 or any type of transition, you basically have to understand that the purpose of the next sentence gonna be either result, if it's as a result, it's gonna be either contradiction, if it's a however. So this transition play a very important role here. If the word is missing in a statement, look at a restatement to infer the missing word. Yeah, so if there is a gap in the statement, just look at the restatement at the next part of a sentence, which simply restates the previous one, and find the same version of the word you're looking for. Then go to the options and look for the right word. This rule applies vice versa. If the word is missing in a restatement, look at a statement to infer the missing word. So now if you're missing the word in a restatement, again, look at a statement and find the same version of a word that you're looking for. Fourth, if you don't know some of the words, go from what you know to what you don't know. Yep. Like again, some students say like, "Well, this sounds very complex, and this sounds like again very complex and how to say difficult." So that's why I'll go for this option. No, that's not how it works. You better choose the one you know, right, rather than choosing the word which you don't know. If you don't know all the words, try to play negative and positive. I'll tell what negative and positive is in the next slides. The first advice, look for the synonyms that already exist in the restatement. Yeah, like you always have a synonym or the similar word that you're looking for in a passage. So if you can find this word in a passage, that means like jackpot, you've got the right answer. Now let's look how we can apply this rule in a real example. The invention in this year of the integrated circuit or microchip radically altered the semiconductor industry. In fact, we see the transition in fact. Now, what is the purpose of in fact? Please remember the rules. Wait, let me record it. I'm sorry. Yes. Can anyone here record the session, guys? Can you please try to record it?
Recording in progress.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now, as I told, there's a rule like look for the synonyms that already exist in a restatement. So let's apply it in this example. The invention in this year of integrated circuit or microchip radically altered the semiconductor industry. In fact, now what is the purpose of in fact? If you guys remember the lessons of transition, the purpose of in fact was to sort of like reinforce something, right? Make something stronger. So we're basically saying the same thing. We're saying, in fact, some historians argue that it fundamentally, we need a verb, the industry by enabling it to take advantage of mass production methods for the first time. So it has done something with an industry. If we look at a statement, which is a previous sentence, we see that it radically altered something. So now let's look for the synonym of radically altered. Is it overwhelmed? No. Is it bypassed, obstructed, and transformed? The answer is Z, transformed. Okay, let's go over this one. Okay, botanist, someone has pointed out that maple trees already thrive in a wide variety of climates, and thus may do something with changes in climate better than some other species do. Okay, they pointed out that this like sort of trees they thrive in these environments and they can do something with the changes in climate better than some other trees. The alternations, okay, we see the reference to the changes, right? Because alterations means changes. The alterations maples may undergo in response to a changing climate are likely to be relatively small and easily achieved. Okay, these changes that maples may undergo in response to a changing climate are likely to be relatively small and easily achieved. Now, the word here which we are looking for is that undergo in response to a climate change. So undergo in response to something. Is it relocate? Is it refer? Originate from? Adapt to? Sorry. The answer is adapter, right? So you can if you're changing in response to something, you're adapting to certain circumstances. In this case, the circumstances are climate changes. Hope, one more time. Some economic historians. Okay, guys, I want all of you to find me the word which is the direct synonym of the word we're looking for in the passage. Give me 1 second. You let me see the chat now. Yep, the answer is assumed. So some economic historians do something that late 19th century households in the United States experienced an economy of a scale when it came to food purchases. Now we have a dash. The function of a dash is to explain the same things which came before, right? They assume that large households spend less on food per person than did small households. So we're basically rephrase the same version with different words. So the answer here is assumed. Let's look for the correct answer. We got surmise, contrived, questioned, and regretted. What do you think is correct version, guys? Yep, the answer is surmised. Why not C? Why not D? Because these are negative. Question means like